Teres tüttügüktüsün Hohtol botoman Gollulsan egtügüsen Muhtemgrin ilç Hammoga moğlin etsin İh Cengiz Rangada sallıdan marrağı son Dövdülgü dövcek sarılık sanırdı son Muhtemgrin ilç Hıhmıngılin etsin İh Cengiz
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. It is time for the World Cup finals. What a smooth transition we got here. Let's join the game and then have a look at the deck lists. I hope everyone is doing alright. I certainly am, and I'm ready to watch some really good L5R here. That's the wrong page. Here we are. Okay, so we're starting with a look at the tables here. We haven't got any scores, but I know that Spain is up 3-0 here. Having a really strong showing in this final. Let's go back here. So for this game, we have fleepa for Spain playing Phoenix, and for Austria we have Ranyiah on Scorpion. And as I said, Spain is up 3-0, so this might be the deciding game. Austria has their backs to the wall. They will need to step up here and show that they're part of this finals as well. Now let's have a look at the deck lists. Let's start with the Austrian Scorpion here. It is City of the Open Hand, Keeper of Air, Secret Cache, Upholding Authority, Abandoning Honor, Shameful Display, Midnight Revels. Nothing super special here. Going for the Abandoning Honor on Stronghold, probably. In the Dynasty deck, Alibi Artist, Liar, Manipulator, 2 Blackmail Artists, 2 Favored Niece, 2 Fallen Diplomats, Satori, a 3-off, 3 Loyal Challengers, 2 Mystics, 1 Takao, 2 Sinister Toshi, and 3 Illusionists. Holding City of Lies, 1 Favorable Ground, 3 Storehouse, Dojo of course, and the Imperial Palace. For the Conflict deck, the restricted card is Fate Worse Than Death, so no cancels here except for the 2 Censors and of course the Voices of Honor, but going for Fate Worse Than Death here as his restricted card. 3 Assassinations, 3 Backhanded Compliments, 2 Bonsais, gonna be important here I think. 3 Calling in Favors though. Really heavy on attachment control here, playing both 2 Mia Mystics and 3 Calling in Favors. It's gonna be interesting to see if he gets any use of them against this Phoenix. 2 Censors, 3 Court Games Duty for Shame, 1 I Can Swim, 1 Noble Sacrifice, Crane as the Splash, as we see, 3 Souls, 2 Voices of Honor, 3 Way of the Scorpion, 3 Mark of Shame, and the characters are a Collector, 2 Kachikos, ooh, interesting, and 2 Cunning Magistrates. So, classic, by now, Scorpion, Keeper of Air, Dishonor, going for the, well, not so classic and relatively new idea of the Crane Splash with Satori in the midst. And on the other side we have the Echo Chamber by fleepa. It's Keeper of Air, Kyudinisawa, Manicured Garden, Upholding Authority, Meditations on the Tau, Kurimori Under Stronghold, and Midnight Revels. It is the Chargebird deck. So it's going to be a bunch of low-cost characters like the Dreamer and the Fire Tensei Initiate, Solemn Scholar, and then a bunch of one-offs or two-offs like one-off Nobukai, 2 Fire Elemental Guard, 2 Atsuko, 1 Ujina, 3 Satoshi for that Dredge, Keirei, Tsukune, and of course Fushicho. Holdings are 3 Ancestral Shrines, going to be really important here in this matchup. Cannon District, Forgotten Library of course, and the Palace. Attachments. So yeah, the only attachments in the Phoenix Chargebird deck is of course Cloud Mine. So those three calling in favors are not going to be very useful here. Characters, 3 Shiner Maidens, 2 Secret Knowledge. Secret Knowledge really good in this deck. A really good target for the Splash and my Ancestor Strength. And also another way to get keepers out, or perhaps get more honor supporting against Scorpion and such. 2 Bonsais, 3 Sensors, 3 Court Games, Storm, against Waves Charge, 2 Clarity of Purpose. And the Splash is 3 Ancestor Strength, Strength in Numbers, 3 Walking Away, 2 Displays Power, and of course 4 Bears Echoes. So as we see with all Chargebird decks that we have seen, there are a lot of similarities and just a bunch of personal touches. I've seen decks running only 1 Clarity of Purpose, for example, and some run 1 Secret Knowledge. And also on the Dynasty side, some people run the Asunami and other stuff. Hey, GM Monji! How are you guys doing? Are you excited for some good L5R? I hope they haven't started yet. Okay, they haven't. Good. I am in. So favor is going to be important, and I think tempo is going to be important as well. Scorpion can get the game stabilized. It's going to be a bit harder for the Phoenix deck. And of course, getting a Fate Worse than Death on the Fushichos is going to be really important here as well. So both guys are ready. I am ready. I hope you guys are ready as well. Let's get this started. Spain versus Austria, Scorpion versus Phoenix. Let's zoom in and get going. So 4Fruit is the Austrian player. His name is Ranyiah. I'm gonna call him 4Fruit here, and fleepa is Free. I'm gonna call him Free here. So we see Phoenix on the first player token. Chess clocks are up. That's good. We have some Go Phoenix in the chat. Do we have some Go Scorpion? Or are they busy scheming for the next game? Both on Keeper of Air. Air conflicts are going to be super important in this matchup. fleepa thinking about his province choice here. I mean, there is a case for going Kurimori in the row as well, right? And leave Revels under Stronghold. Pincher clan is best clan. I'm gonna disagree on that, but we'll see in this game if you're right or not. Why would you need a password when you can just watch the game here? I'll type the password in the comments. There you go, in the chat. But hopefully you'll stay with me. here on the stream. So we see some mulligans, and ooh, characters with different dashes coming out here. So we see Yona and the big ancestral shrine here. Keeper Initiate and Fushicho. Really good start here, I think, from fleepa0 free. Buying Yona with 0 fate. 4 foot is might pass here, but we're probably gonna see. I mean, the alibi artist is not super good early game. Friend on work, yeah. Probably doesn't need me chatting all over the place when he's working. But yeah, buying the alibi artist with 2 fate, of course, free is not running any assassinations, so he is free. Haha, see what I did there? He's free to play his low-cost characters as much fate as he wants. Big storehouse for, I mean, a big palace for 4 fruit though. Favor is gonna be big here, as I said. Like the 5 bid, nothing special. Some crazy scorpions want to go 1 bid at the first opportunity possible, but 4 fruit is being kind of sensible here and going with the 5 bid. So as free here, do you just slam the air attack here? I'm guessing he's baiting a assassination here by just putting 0 fate on Yona, yeah? And there's the airing as well. Deciding that he wants to save his fate because, yeah, it's probably gonna get assassinated here. He finds Shameful Display. That's a really good find, actually. If 4 fruit doesn't have any conflict characters, that is. But considering that he played Alibi Artist with 2 fate, I don't think he has any. Because then he would have wanted to save some fate for, like, Cunning Magistrate or something. No defense, and probably a pass. Assassinate. Oh, of course, the assassination. See if free has any conflict characters here. It does run 5, 3 Shrine Maidens and 2 Seekers of Knowledge. And there is a Shrine Maiden, and he finds Forebear's Echoes and My Ancestor's Strength. It's getting a court games. So the combo is here. Almost, he needs something to bring back as well. Yeah, Chargers, of course. Also a good choice. But deciding he wants to poke here instead. And the password is 4 lines above you. The one that I typed. See, Bayushi Collector played into the conflict with 2 fate, so he had a conflict character, and he's running dry on fate here. Very interesting start here. See, a pass from free, he's okay with just getting the conflict 1 here, but 4 fruit is gonna counter with the Shameful Display, bringing it to 1 to 2. Hey Eric. Now let's see if free has anything else to declare into this conflict. Voice of Honor is online right now, so it will be a bit of a risk to play anything else into this conflict, because of course the Chargebird deck runs only okay, just 1 second, I'll check the password. The password is, oh, okay, I got it. It's password is this instead. No 4 in the middle. Okay, so we see a Secret Knowledge played Outsiders Conflict to enable Supernatural Storm here. No worries, Talon. It was my fault for writing the wrong password. And we see one of the 2 balance size played already. Bringing it to 2 to 6. Does Free have anything else here? We know that he has the 4 barriers, but that will only bring him to a 4. See Cloud and Mine on Alibi Artist. Oh yeah, of course, because now Forfeit is on 6 honor. Yeah, that was really nice. But the Cloud saved him here. Forfeit does get Keeper Fate here, but not the biggest of losses for Free, even though he played a lot of... Yeah, he did play a lot of cards into this conflict. And Forfeit went out of the conflict with an honored character with 2 fate. So a bit of a rough start for Free here. And he only has a Secret Knowledge with 1 fate. And if he gets voided here, that's a problem. And the artist could go Water and then slam the Issue Collector. Yeah, of course. Water at the Shrine. Probably a good choice. Want that broken, I think. Because if that stays on the field... Oh, and it's on Appalling Authority. That is rough for Scorpion. Because you want to break it, but you don't want to break it. Free only on 1 fate here, so no displays of power. Probably one of the worst displays of power in history, if it had happened. But we see the ready on Collector, and now I think Free has to go Void here. Because he can't really defend the conflict here, I think. Goes Earth instead. Oh yeah, he could go Earth into Air. Yeah, it gets the Air, so he gets the Keeper if he wins. And triggered Earth Ring, pretty good. But that does leave him open to the Void attack here. Bringing down to no board and down to 7 honor. With the unopposed. Potential unopposed, but Forfeit decides to defend instead. Probably a reasonable choice here. Yeah, that seems reasonable, Talon. If you find Appalling, you want to break it, and you have to break it, you want to break it as early as possible, because then you don't have all the good cards in your hand, hopefully. And we see the Supernatural Storm flashback here for +1. Does Forfeit have anything? He has a Soul Beyond Reproach on the Alibi Artist. What? Okay. I don't really see why he would do that. Sure, Way of the Scorpion. Dishonor. But why go with the Soul Beyond Reproach there? Interesting choice. See Supernatural Storm and that second one played. But this leaves him open to For Shame. And there it is, For Shame. And fleepa is bowed. I mean, this is a super expensive bridge. Yeah, he does set up a bridge for the future, but why play it now? Why not just bait it? And we see it against the waves. That's super expensive. So I think 4-foot is perfectly fine with this conflict. Yeah, exactly. Free gets the keeper. He's up on 3 glory. 4-foot is on 5 though. So yeah, 4-foot is really fine with this, except that there's a Fate Worse Than Death discarded. And he's down to 3 cards. Yeah, exactly. The Soul Beyond Reproach on the Alibi Artist was kind of weird. And also upped the odds of Fate Worse Than Death getting discarded. And there it was. Yeah, but don't you want to save a Fate Worse Than Death instead of Soul? I mean, they're the guys in the final. They probably don't know better than I do, but it does seem weird. I do agree with you guys. And free getting 1 free honor from the Ancestral Shrine. And now Scorpion on first player, finding favorite niece and Bush Liar. Probably gonna see the niece here. Cycle some cards. Okay, we see the Liar instead. Saving some fate this turn. Probably reasonable. Ooh, and we see another Fushicho, Solemn Scholar, and Kaito Nobukai. Probably gonna see the Scholar buy here. It doesn't look... Oh, it just passes. That's reasonable as well. Get the Passing Fate. Always good to deny Scorpion Passing Fate. Yeah, it doesn't look super good for... It doesn't look super bad for Scorpion here. He's down to 3 cards against 6. With the recursion, of course, of Phoenix. But he has a board state, at least. I mean, the Chargebird deck can just create a board state out of nowhere, but as it looks right now on the board, if we what do you call it, omit from the cards and fate, 4-foot is in a reasonable position. It just needs to save some resources this turn, play conservatively, maybe take a break somewhere. Yeah, breaking the pulling authority with just 3 cards is kind of okay, because after that you can just burn through everything. Ooh, and we see a 1 to 4 bid here. 4-foot on 4. And he decided to buy the favorite niece as well, going very heavy on the fate investment here in his characters. This means that Free doesn't have to care about Fate Worse Than Death here. Favorite niece is calling in favors. Probably good choice. I mean, he could calling in favors Cloud to like the Bayushi Collector, but nah. You don't think that 1 bid makes sense? I mean, it could push his card advantage even further by bidding higher, but yeah, and I guess he has the Shrine as well to gain honor, but yeah, probably something higher than 1 bid would have been reasonable. See a fire attack here. It's gonna need 1 more strength to break this. we see the fence from fleepa? Probably, right? Or do we see display of power? Display of power is it loses 1 honor, but it gains 2 because of the firing and the shrine. If it defends and loses, he loses 1 honor. Oh yeah, he can just remove the cloud with the collector, that's right. That is entirely correct. I thought that collector was only usable on the opponent's characters, but of course you can remove clouds and stuff from your own characters. That is entirely correct. And there's, as I said, my ancestor's strength on secret knowledge, pumping it up to a big 5/5 here. 5/5? What? Does that make sense? Oh yeah, it's base on them. Let's see, favorite niece discarding a soul beyond reproach. And that's 1 soul left, yes. Free is a-okay with this, he is currently winning. Can Forfruit find an answer here? He needs a for shame to force the against the waves. Ooh, that's expensive. But we see the noble sacrifice. Okay. On the secret knowledge. Wow. I mean, it does leave an unopposed conflict here. And a potential break. Somehow. No, he can't. He literally can't break here. So you get the unopposed. Do we see the display of power here? Nope, no display of power. It's honoring the keeper initiate, making it a very old potato. How old are these guys? They look ancient. We see a Shrine Maiden. Ooh, and discarding Charge and Forebear's Echoes. I mean, Charge and Court Games. So 2 Court Games gone. That's 2 honor lost. Forebear's Echoes is... That means that he has 2 Echoes in hand, yes. So we might see one this conflict, maybe? It doesn't have super much value in the discard pile, only a Iona. Could find something else with the walking the way, perhaps? And he goes straight into Shameful Display here. Not wanting to snoop around too much. And defend with knees, of course, to get it up to a 4. That's gonna be tough for Phoenix to crack here. He's gonna need to play like the Forebear's Echoes. But Forfeit decides to do nothing, not even trigger Shameful here. Huh. I mean, he doesn't get that much value out of it, so sure, why not? Just baiting a Forebears or a charge from free here to get an honor loss. Pretty good idea. I like it. And I don't think that free can push another conflict here. because he can't look around too much because he's gonna find like secret cache or something. But he decides to go for a conflict here. He's gonna have a bit of trouble winning actually. He's gonna have a look around. A good find here would be upholding authority. Okay, that's okay. So that's a very risky but a rewarding scout from Free here. And I don't think he wants to spend anything else into this conflict. Forfruit burns him for 1. And we're probably gonna see a pass here from Free. He hasn't got the deck running yet. Oh, okay, there's a Secret Knowledge played. He does have the Fushicho, he has the Forbear's Echoes. But he has nothing in the discard pile of value to bring back in. And of course there's the threat of the cancels. Both Censor and Voice of Honor is online now. And we see Free winning this conflict with the Secret Knowledge. Ooh, and that's a big discard. Wow, the duty. Yeah, exactly. He can't Echoes in political as well. So he's having a bit of trouble getting the deck going here, but that duty discard is gonna be big because I think Forfruit would have been looking at a 5-bid next turn. But with duty gone, not gonna happen probably. So still, Free with a slow start here, he can't get the deck going. He's poking around and he's losing honor. But Forfruit also having a rough start here. Can't get the grips of Free, dropping a lot of cards down to 4 honor and the duty gone here. He does have favor though, and the palace. Satori is discarded, Fushicho and Nobukai of course discards. Leaving the Scholar. And finding 2 Dreamers. Dreamers are gonna be good here. Forfruit, ooh, with another Alibi Artist, that's gonna be big. Such a good character. Let's see, Since the Soshi and a Manipulator. Probably gonna see the Alibi Artist bid and a pass. And from Free, I'm gonna guess we're gonna see both Dreamers, yeah, and maybe the Scholar, probably not, but it is an option. Just like to go for the Earth Ring. Forfruit deciding whether or not he wants to play another character. He has been going heavy on the Dynasty buys so far. Has he got any Passing Fate? No, he's missed both Passing Fates, okay. He does buy the Manipulator as well. I'm guessing we're gonna see a pass here from Free. Yeah, pass. Now, bidding becomes interesting. Is it gonna be 1-1? Forfruit could probably bid a bit higher, 2 maybe, to bait a, what do you call it, I Can Swim. Okay, never mind, he buys the Soshi as well. So a really interesting pattern of play here from Forfeit, buying really heavy into the dynasty. And as I said, we do see the 2 bid here, bringing him finally into a sort of card advantage. I mean, Phoenix of course has the recursion value, so not really a card advantage here currently. He does get the artist trigger though, and the favored niece, so he can cycle for those backhandeds or those fate version deaths or whatever he wants in this particular moment. You see 1 Dreamer on Earth and 1 on Air. But what province does Free attack here? Does he go for Shameful? Does he decide he wants to finally try to get the favor and break the Palace? Is he okay with these Forbear's Echoes getting discarded and going to Upholding? Who knows what goes inside of the Spanish mind? While I'm talking, Forford is cycling a Calling in Favors. Alibi Artist triggering. So it's up 9 to 7 cards here. Now we see the conflict, and yeah, he's gonna try to break the Palace, and ooh, we find Secret Cache. That's gonna be really juicy for Forfruit. It's military as well. Probably gonna see a defense with the favored niece. And or the manipulator, or does he just let it go? Force free to spend cards. Oh, he's gonna defend with the favored niece. It is 3 to 3, so a Forbear's Echoes bird takes it into breaking. Yeah, he has cycled through half his deck as of now. So he probably has a couple of cancels at least. He runs 2 sensors and 2 voices of honor. And this is interesting dynamic of the proactive deck, the charge bird deck, versus the control deck, the reactionary deck. How many cancels does the reactionary deck have? And we see the first My Ancestor Strength played, and that's gonna get censored. Okay, that probably means that he has another cancel in hand. A Bonsai. Bonsai just to take it up to winning. Ooh, and a Voice of Honor played on the Bonsai. Ooh, that's really aggressive canceling here. Canceling all the cheap spells here. All the cheap events. He knows that Free has 2 Forbear's Echoes in hand. Forfeit passes. A Forbear's Echoes bird would currently not take it up to breaking because of that Sinister Associate trigger. And we see, was that one Fate paid? I didn't quite see. Okay, so Shrine Maiden to get a Walking the Way and a My Ancestor Strength. Discarding strength in numbers. Oh, but that Walking the Way is gonna be nice here. Hopefully getting another, a good target for the Echoes. if he decides to play it here. My ancestor's strength first. And the third cancel played here. Censor. Does he have the fourth cancel? Yeah, that's true. Of course. Free is probably maybe just content with just winning here. But with that walking away, he can find some good targets with a bit of luck. Now, does he have this fourth cancel? He doesn't have the fourth cancel. So yeah, canceling all those cards means that Free is gonna have to spend all those cards. So he did get some value out of those cancel. He got 2 Fate out of Minus Strength and 2 Fate out of Forbear's Echoes. So yeah, there was some value to that. That is true. It's good to have a chat pointing out stuff. I really like it. Have someone to talk to and discuss stuff. Point out things that I miss. We'll see a Kachiko cycled here. Probably gonna see a Walking the Way played. Or does he save the Walking the Way for the Yona? No, he plays Walking the Way, of course. And probably discarding a face down card, trying to get a good juicy reanimation here. Still not breaking though. He needs quick math, 2 more, sorry. Discarding a Fire Tensei Initiate. That's not the target he wanted, I think. Nobukai could be decent here though. Just deny a political conflict. And he decides to just keep it that way. Probably doesn't have anything else. Yeah, the Fire Tensei Initiate is super juicy. I mean, if we're talking juice here, Fire Tensei Initiate is super dry. It's like if it were a fruit, it would be made out of paper or something. Nobukai, on the other hand, he's an odd fruit. He is something that you don't eat that all that often, but when you do, and it's in the right moment, he's pretty nice. But yeah, he needs something even more juicier. Discards a court games. That is an honor gained for free. That's pretty good. Because every card discarded that is an honor loss is an honor gained. And decides to go for Yona instead. So probably has another air card of some sort in hand. He has a Forbear's Echoes left in hand. Albiot is going for the air conflict here. We do have the Dreamer on air here though. And probably a Shrine Maiden. Yep. But what else does he bring into this conflict? He has only 5 cards left in his hand. He is down to 1 court games. He has burnt 2 storms. He has only 1 conflict character left, being 1 Shrine Maiden. I think that's 1, 2. No, he's out of conflict characters. Okay. There's a Cloud of Mind on the second Alibi Artist here. To bow, of course, yeah. Cloud of Mind is an air card. So Yona triggers and bows the Honor Alibi Artist, bringing him to winning here. I always forget that Yona works on attachments as well. It works on characters as well. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. What can Forfeit do here? He has played 1 way after Scorpion, 1 for shame. 1 court games discarded. So he has a lot of dishonor tools left. But both characters have 0 glory, so it won't matter. And he has no way to buff his own characters except for a honor court games on his alibi artist, but that won't get him to winning. So this is gonna be a 1 conflict for free. You want it for free, haha, you get it? I'm gonna keep making that joke. And it's gonna be funny and you're gonna laugh. He's gonna get the Fate and a Keeper. Ooh, but he went with the sneaky +1 honor and goes for the assassination. So now he is winning instead and 3 passes. That is a really risky play, and that's the plays I want to see in this kind of game. Because he is pretty safe here. He's gonna win the airing and get up to 2 honor again. Oh, he decides to gain 2 instead. Okay. That is interesting. That does not further his game plan. I mean, it makes him able to survive at least. Yeah, I totally missed that he gained 1. I just thought he would make 3 lose 1, so I didn't check what it actually said. But yeah, an assassination played. That's his second one. We see a quick win here for free, getting the airing. Deciding whether or not to trigger water or air. Air is probably the choice, right? Because forfeit has no ways to declare another conflict. Yeah, air gaining 2, getting Keeper, and going up to 14 honor with the Shrine. 14 honor against Scorpion in round 3. I want to be in that board state as well. Not very common when you play Unicorn. So yeah, forfeit is really far from his win condition here, being his main win condition being the dishonor, and is also far from his secondary win condition, which is conquest. Yeah, he didn't get the break on Shrine. Shrine has given him like what, 3, 4 honor by now, including this. He really needed to break that pulling authority. Okay, let's see if he can make something out of this flop. He gets Takao, the 1 of Takao, 1 of the 2 blackmail artists, and a liar. And free finding Ujina, that's gonna be good. And a Yuona dupe, the second Yuona. And the Song Scholar is still there, waiting to be played. Racial Liar played, Zero Fate. Yeah, that is what it's looking out to be, the outcome of this game. Scorpion running out of answers here. I mean, he hasn't played much. Still has 2 with the Scorpions, 2 for Shames, 2 court games. He has a bunch of cards left, 2 Fate Worse Than Deaths. Freebids 1. Huh. He's really going for the dishonor here. Who needs cards when you have cards in your discard pile, right? That's a really risky play actually, because this could mean that Forfeit could turn his game back around. He has one Voice of Honor left. Not online yet though. Dreamer on Void Ring. Okay, so we probably have a charge in hand or another Walking Away to get Eugenia in the discard pile. Favorite is discarding these last, calling in favors. Yeah, Free really keen on keeping his honor total really high in this game. I mean, forcing Scorpion out of bidding high is pretty good idea, because all their power comes from their conflict deck. So forcing one bids early it's a reasonable choice. And there we see Kurimori in the row, so Revel's probably on the stronghold. And oh, poor Bayushi Liar. And poor Blackmail Artist as well. This is probably gonna be flipped into a military. No defense. Okay, and then just flip it. Oh yeah, flip it and then forbearance if needed, or charge. Because there's no cancels online as of now. Forfeit passes. Charge or forbearance. Pick your poison. It is gonna be forbearance. Probably. Or walking away. Those are the two choices I see here. He could, against the waves, the Sinister Soshi for the good old tradition of asserting dominance. But he decides to go for the sensible play and play walking away. That is probably the most BM thing, right? Using Kyudin Sawa to recur against the waves to bow a Sinister Soshi. Also getting some value out of Yona here, bowing the Blackmail Artist. Yeah, walking away for bow. Yeah, walking away for bow is not bad. That's really good actually. But I was talking about against the waves here, bowing the Sinister Soshi. But yeah, this was a really good walking away. Free bow is always kinda super awesome. And here we see the void attack. I'm gonna see a forbearance for Burb. But why go void here? He won't get the Eugenia trigger. No, he decides to go for Earth instead. That's probably reasonable. Finding Midnight Revels. That's a good find. Yeah, he knew it was there. Of course. Going Earth. Does Forfeit have any answers here? He could defend with the favorite niece and the manipulator. I Can Swim is online because 2-1 bid as well. No defense. Do we see a pass? Probably. Oh yeah, he uses Soshi to force another card out of free here. And we see the forbearance. Smack. For Shicho. Now, does the reactive player have the proactive player and the fate wasn't death? And does the proactive player have the reactive answer with the sensor? Tables have turned. We have the Scorpion on Fashicho. So that might mean as I said, the I can swim, but that will still trigger Fashicho. So that's an interesting choice. Oh, Cunning Magistrate, of course. And there's also already been 2 Cloudy Minds played. So yeah, that's one of the 2 Cunning Magistrates, and Free doesn't have any answers. He does get the Fashicho trigger though. And he's still on 6 fate. Regina is in play. What does Forfruit go for here? Does it force the Void to just get it over with? Or does it go Water to get a defense with the Cunning Magistrate? Does it go Air? Does it go Fire? Fire probably the least reasonable choice here. Any of the rings are gonna be liable to get displayed here though. Yeah, Cunning, it's an okay card, right? It's a bit understated for a 3 cost, right? It should be a 3/3, right? And its ability is really hard to trigger, right? Kurimori hasn't been triggered. Yeah, it has been triggered. No defense pass on a Void Ring. And what did he play here? Oh, he discarded the Fate Wasn't Death to cycle for something else. 3 passes, and this is gonna be a super juicy display of power here. Probably avoiding the Soulbound Approach to cancel the potential first display of power because it isn't limited in any way. So we see the first display of power. Do we see the cancel? We see the cancel. Do we see the second display of power or a sensor? No sensor. And no second display of power. Okay. So Kurimori is broken. Hey, we're getting somewhere. The Scorpion player is getting somewhere. And Eugenia is voided. And the Manipulator is probably gonna get removed from play. Yep. This leaves Scorpion very wide open here for the counterattack on air, probably. What was the Dreamer on? It was on Void, right? Yeah, it was on Void. Going with just the Dreamer and the Scholar. On Water. Why go Water here? 5 to 5. He still has the Oh, it's 6 with the Alba artist. Okay, but to get the favor, but he's going water. Huh? I mean, if you're gonna go water, that's probably to get the favor, right? Then you have to keep the keeper and Eugenia at home, and Regiona to get to 2, 4, 6. But this won't get him the favor, right? Because it's gonna be 3, 5, 6, 2, 2, 4, 5. But Eugenia's gonna get bowed. 6 with the ring, so Eugenia's gonna get bowed. It's gonna be dropped. Oh, it decides to leave the scholar at home. Okay. Eugenia is bowed. Couldn't he just have gone for polling here? Oh well. We see defense from the Alba artist and the pass. And free wins. Free wins everywhere. At least a free win here. Still making that joke, and it's still funny. Forfoot gaining another honor here. So he's probably switching over to a conquest here. Free staying on the dishonor strategy probably, and getting the favor here for another turn. The times, they're playing at a very reasonable pace here. Still a lot of time left in this game. Heading into turn 5. And still that shrine pumping honor into Phoenix here. And all the cancels are gone, so now it's really go time for these Forebear's Echoes. We do have one bird, no birds in the Dynasty discard. Okay, no birds. But still. Oh, and that's a really sad dojo. Scorpion really can't catch a break here. They did get a break though. Haha, that's also funny. That's also a joke. But that dojo placement is really rough because the only playable character is all the way on the opposite side. See Forfoot going for the 2-bit again. Trying to get a card advantage here. Yeah, he's finding it quite troublesome to dishonor the Scorpion. Which is the way it's usually is because of City of the Open Hand. Forfoot has been gaining honor from it these two last turns. So yeah, breaking here is probably the something that you have to look at as the Phoenix player. Only 4 cards in the hand though. Fundamental Guard, play with 2 Fate. I mean, that's the only play he had, so why not? If you have the Fate, why not spend it? Yeah, he has the honor to get that card advantage. Let's see, is the sound still okay? I'm leaning back in my couch a bit. Yeah, Scorpion will most certainly happily trade card for card here because unlike the Phoenix cards, the Scorpion cards are usually free. Okay, sound is great. That's nice. It means I don't have to lean forward as much. My back is killing me right now. Ooh, we see a big air attack here on the opposing authority. No defense pass from 4-fruit. He is totally okay with this. Even though free is gonna get 2 keepers. Yeah, 2 keepers. And we finally get to see one of the hands. Against the waves, clear 2 purpose, court games, and forebears. The third forebear is found. Huh. But what does he discard here? Against the waves is also a good choice. What would you discard here? Clarity Purpose is a good card, of course. But yet Against the Waves is the choice. Because Phoenix already has access to forebears. Getting 2 keepers out. Scorpion down to 2/3 honor. And now we can get a free military conflict here, pretty much. Phoenix can get up to 2, 4, 5 military. 4-fruit probably has a bonsai or some dishonor cards. Oh yeah, Echoes is an air card. That is entirely correct. So Yona is online to bow any of these non-unique characters. That is entirely correct then. So only in political conflicts, of course. I mean, only in military conflicts, of course. This is a political conflict. The blue ones are political. It's hard for me as a unicorn to, know what these other conflicts are. I usually only see the red numbers. Oh, and he runs straight into meditations here, deciding not that he doesn't want the risk of breaking upholding here. It's gonna leave him with a dead blackmail artist at the end of this turn. So 42. Both. Interesting to go for firing here. Fire will dishonor probably the keeper. But going for earth or void here would probably have been good in this situation. I mean, void kind of serves the same purpose as fire. Removing a character, getting them down to 0 is pretty kind of the same as removing them. Not exactly, of course, but in this board state it kind of is the same. Kind of. I know my answer to strength is a possibility on. Whoa, that's the first Mark of Shame played on the Solemn Scholar. Boom. Okay. Let me see, 4-fruit. Getting the win here, getting 1 honor from the Blackmail Artist. Let's see what it dishonors here. Probably the Keeper Initiate. So now the firing makes sense. No, deciding to dishonor the Elemental Guard instead. Going for the long play here. Yeah, that's a good choice. He does have 1 Cunning Magistrate left, so keeping all the Phoenix characters dishonored as long as possible. Yeah, I can see that. Now we see a political attack with Void on Rebels. So she could just trigger here and defend with the Magistrate. So he probably wants to save the Magistrate as long as possible. With the Scorpion, does not matter here because, I mean, sure he gets dishonor, but he still has favor. I mean, he could wave the Scorpion into what do you call it? The I can swim. That's a pretty sad. Speaking of pretty sad events, fate worse than death on the keeper initiate here. Smack. Yeah, I mean, it does do the job for fate. Totally slamming this poor keeper initiate. Forfeit is not afraid to spend resources when he wants to. That is for sure. And now he has a free Earth Ring here. That's pretty good. So yeah, Free is losing the grasp of this game. Forfeit is clawing his way back here. No defense. Do we see a Forebears? Forebears Echoes is really good here. To get the Dreamer out and bow the Cunning Magistrate. Because he hasn't used the Yona yet, right? Yeah. Oh, that's so good. I mean, that's why Cunning Magistrate is a balanced card, right? Because it's not unique. Right? That makes sense. Though I think Forfeit is kind of okay with that outcome. Free was forced to spend a recursion on a Forebears there. Finding the first keeper for Scorpion here. And a decent-ish flop for Fruit here. Getting some... No iTunes, please. Getting some good political characters out here. Another blackmail artist, and even more card draw with the Liar. And finally a Satoshi found for free here. It was for free because he got it from the Dynasty Flip. Another joke. Very funny still. We see, ooh, Forfeit deciding to drop Free's Honor here instead of gaining one. And Forfeit is still bidding 2. And Free is bidding 1 still. He doesn't want cards, he wants the Honor. And he decides to mill his almost entire deck here. Going down to 6 cards in the Dynasty. And we're currently on turn 6. With both players having a lot of time left. 11 minutes each. Forfeit deciding to buy both the Artist and the Liar. He's gonna be careful not to draw his entire deck here. And there's still a lot of Honor left on the Phoenix side. If every one of those cards in Forfeit's decks represents an Honor loss, Free is still winning here. So yeah, Forfeit is gonna have to go for the Stronghold break. if every card in his hand and his conflict deck is gonna be 1 on a loss, he is out of this game. Unless, of course, Free decides to trigger Satoshi again and commit Sudoku. See, water conflict here to bow, force a defense from the Cunning Magistrate. Also baiting with the Dishonored character. There's the bow Satoshi. This is a rough row to hit. Revels, Shameful, Secret Cache. Ooh, and I Can Swim, there it is. Do we see the sensor? He must have a sensor now, yeah. So that's the and the smiley from Forefruit, yeah. It was bound to happen, you know. The one and only I Can Swim gone. And only the first sensor for Phoenix here. Kudnisawa triggering. Is there's a yeah, Forber's Echoes for the bird, and what will he put into play? This is Legend of Fire Rings. That is correct, LGB. I'm not sure what your what the joke is there. What do we see the reanimation here? Do we see Tsukune? Yeah, we do see Tsukune. That's what I thought. So we see the second break here for Phoenix, and yeah, Phoenix is looking really strong here. Finally getting the reanimation. You're welcome, LGB. Yeah, this is both Legend of the Fire Rings and Patrick at the same time. That's so great about this card game, that it can be so many things at the same time. For going for a Void Ring here to try to get that Tsukune off the table, probably. Yep, 2 Forbear's Echoes gone and 1 in discard pile. No, 1 in hand. He still has 1 in hand. And the other card is a Court Games and a Clarity, I think. Yeah, the other cards are Clarity and Court Games. He did draw this sensor for this turn. I will see a big defense here. Probably gonna see a Clarity on Tsukune or Satoshi. Court Games to Dishonored Liar. Yeah, Forfeit is dropping honor like crazy here. Some banter going on in the chat. I like that. I like what I'm seeing. Forfeit has nothing left in this conflict. He's just gonna pass. Probably gonna see a Clarity here. No Clarity played. That is very interesting. Huh. I am 99% sure that he has a Clarity of purpose in hand. Scorpion going for Time Wind, the big brain play. Where was the break there? Yeah, Clarity of Purpose and Court Games. Monje. Oh, what is happening? Oh, yeah, game is over. So that means that we have a winner actually in the World Cup, and it's gonna be Spain. Spain takes it in this very weird game. Of Phoenix Chargebird dishonoring out the Scorpion Keeper of Air. Whoa. Very well played to the Austrian team, giving it their best every game. But it looked like Spain was a bigger player in every game here. Yeah, Shrine and Upholding Authority was really big here. Not breaking that when he went in with the something honored blackmail artist or something was really rough. But Spain winning gold here. Very, very well done in the second installation of the L5R World Cup. And congratulations as well to Austria getting the silver. And I think it was Greece and let me have a quick check. Greece and Singapore, yeah, on tied third place, meaning that it is going to be Greece on technical third place. No, I mean Singapore on technical third place because they lost to Spain. Yeah, really fun this World Cup. It's been a pleasure to take part, brief as it was for us Swedes. But it has been great fun as well to cast all these games and watch all the other games from the other casters. Hoping to have another cup next year. Then we'll have to see if Spain can defend their title. I am super tired. I need some cake or pie right now, or maybe just sleep. I'll see what comes up. But thanks everyone for watching. I think we topped out at like 40 viewers. That is quite insane actually. It's great to have such a big audience for this relatively small game. Makes me happy. Yeah. Again, thanks for watching everyone, and hope you have a great day. The rest of it that's left. And again, congratulations to Spain, and I hope to see you all next year. Goodbye.